So welcome to the Boxing Rundown. I'm your co-host, Boxing Ruckus, along with...
I'm the X-Man Xavier.
And I'm going to say he is here already, but I'm going to give him an introduction a little bit later. But go ahead and let him know who you are, man.
Hey guys, my name is Joet Gonzalez. I'm an undefeated professional boxer with Golden Promotions.
And that's about it. I'm not going to get into everything, the details, guys. You guys know who Joet is, man. All right, guys. Can I just give out some shout-outs for the weekend, man? Because the weekend I had this guy, Ruben Cuellar, buy me beers, bro. Where were you, bro? I needed you, dude. This guy bought me about like 12 beers, and I only drank 4. I need you to know that, Ruben, because you were trying to like break my calorie intake. I can't do that, bro. So I only drank 4. Other people drank the other ones. But everybody that came up to me and said hi, big shout out, man. I love you guys all, man. I love everybody. You know what I'm saying? Even the fighters, I had great conversations with a lot of fighters. So big shout out to this Top Rank show, and it was nice. It was nice.
And we have our next guest from there, right?
Yes, we did. We do. We have our next guest. Well, and also I got to like confirm everything with Joet right there. You know what I mean? Yeah. Joet was wearing a beautiful jersey. Do you want to talk about that jersey? It was Mexico colors, green, but it had the shield.
The Chivas.
That's right, my man. That's Chivas Rayadas.
Puras Chivas.
Puras Chivas right here, guys.
Well, what did I tell you when you sent me that text about getting that you got?
Oh, this guy. Can I say it on here, bro?
No. I made the post real fast.
Oh yeah. No, I thought you said because he got wet.
No, I didn't.
No, I'm just messing guys up. I got a mess on the show, bro. I got a mess on the show. All right, guys, here we go. All right, man. Let's go to Saturday night. It was a great show. It was a great venue. Let's talk a little bit. I mean, Javier Molina looks good in his victory. He says he's coming back in October. What y'all think? Did you think Javier did good, Molina?
I like the way he boxed. I thought he won easy, super easy. He boxed well. He kept his distance. When he was on the ropes, the other guy pretty much didn't do too much, and I had Molina winning easy, unanimous.
He's a very good boxer, ex-Olympian, right? But I think why has he been out for so long? Like he takes like long sabbaticals.
I think he was looking for his home. You know, after he separated from PBC.
Did he hurt his back or something?
No. I think he went and did a show with Golden Boy.
Okay, Golden Boy.
And then now he's back, but I guess he told me he's signed with Top Rank now, so he has a upcoming show. Big shout out to Isa Barreras from Vasilia up north. Hola, ¿cómo estás? Everything good. So I'm always giving love, bro. Come on.
We'll get to that, Melinda.
Okay. What about Arnold Barboza Jr., man? He had a lot of people.
I say that dude. I mean, he surprised him in every fight. He was there to beat this guy, the Incredible Hulk. I don't know if you saw him in the weigh-in.
I saw that.
But I think that Arnold might be that dark horse that everybody's sleeping on, man. He might be that guy that might surprise everybody and beat some of the names. He's at 140? 140, yeah.
I don't want to tell you what happened at the end, but I think Joet is. You saw what happened at the end of the fight when he finished up the Incredible Hulk?
No, I didn't see it. I think I was talking talking to Frank right there. But I was watching the fight backstage in Jesse's locker room. But no, man, Jesse's doing good. I mean, Arnold's doing good. He's doing really good. Like he says, I think he's that dark horse that everybody's not looking at. He's going under the radar. Mm-hmm. And I think me and him are like on the same boat. We're on the same boat. Me and Arnold, guys that don't get really talked about, but we're fighters, man. And these other guys, they know who we are. They know who Arnold is, and they know who I am. And sooner or later, both of us are going to be world champions.
And I admit, I was one of those guys that I had picked Mike Reed to beat him, right, when he fought. So yeah. I was one of those guys that was doubting him, but he just seems to improve. Another guy, I was bringing up Daniel Roman. Mm-hmm. Daniel Roman was under the radar, and all of a sudden, this guy just improves in every fight. And Arnold is kind of the same way, in my opinion.
Okay, now, I'm going to break it down at the end.
Let's go.
He celebrates and goes to the corner, neutral corner, and guess who's in the neutral corner?
Ramirez, no.
No, Regis Prograis, bro.
No.
And he called out Regis. Regis said yes. So can we make that fight happen? I know that what's his name got injured, right? The guy that he was in a fight.
Taylor
got injured, no? Or something happened to Taylor.
Something happened that was called off because of monetary reasons. But the last thing I heard that they came to an agreement and they're waiting for a date. So I don't know what's gonna happen there. I don't know. That's like in boxing. There's news that comes out there. It's not legitimate and thing changes every.
What do you think though about an Arnold versus Regis? Man, you guys like that fight?
I like it. I like it. I think Arnold has a very good chance. I don't think Regis has like the prettiest defense. He could try to be slick, try to be slick here and there, but he might have some pop. But I think Arnold could tag him in the early rounds and just cruise it. Maybe even knock him out if he catches him with a good shot.
That's another thing with Arnold. His power seems he's gotten like more power.
Yeah.
In the last 4 fights, he just seems stronger. And like you said, Regis is there to get hit, man. He's been hit. He's been bruised. I know bruises don't judge fights, but I think that fight will be an interesting fight.
All right, I like it.
They're also saying, how about, but wasn't he supposed to fight Ramirez first?
Ramirez, because I heard, like, well, when Arnold was here, he said, if Ramirez wins, he beats Hooker. It's the Ramirez versus Barbosa fight. So, like, let me ask you that. Yeah. So, if you guys were both matchmakers, if we take Robert Diaz's job, right, and we say, which match would you like? Would you like Arnold Barbosa versus Regis or Arnold versus Ramirez?
If I was Arnold's matchmaker?
Yeah.
I would say Ramirez, in my opinion.
Your opinion, Ramirez?
Mm-hmm. No, I would say Regis. Because I know both guys from the amateurs. I mean, I'm cool with both guys, Jose and Arnold. But Jose, he's been on top in the amateur program for a good while at his weight class at 132. So he's game. He might be a little slow in the beginning, but
he turns it on.
He turns it on. He's gonna come to win. So it'll be a good fight. Honestly, it'll be a good fight. But I honestly think it'll be an easier road against Regis. Maybe just beat Regis and then unify with Jose.
Frankie, we'll get to that. They're already asking if you saw what Shakur said, but we'll talk about it when we get to the interview, bro. We got you. I got you. That's Frankie.
We'll get to the juicy
Frankie,
stuff.
you know the fight?
Maybe if I see a picture of
he's got like a lot of hair sometimes, right? He's got like a
YouTube channel. He does interviews.
Yeah.
Light skin, long hair, beard.
Gordito. Cool guy.
Talks a lot of shit, but he's cool.
Yeah. So
let's get Frankie.
We're gonna get to that, bro, right now. Okay. Let's get to the co-main event, the locker room that you were at. This guy, like, all the stars were at that locker room with Jessie. It was Tyson Fury. Who else was in there? Joet. Who else?
Just me, Tyson Fury, and just Espinoza Boxing and Jessie.
Man.
Hey, Jessie, in my opinion, hasn't looked this good in a while. I mean,
he looked good.
Like he was able to handle the pressure, right? Like something he wasn't able to do before. His speed was there. He looked very comfortable and relaxed. He was even joking in between the rounds, right? I kind of like this version. Maybe the change, not blaming the trainers, but maybe the change in atmosphere or whatever it is, kind of got him back on track. Fire. Yeah, because he talked about that he was depressed, right, when he lost against Dogbo.
Yeah,
he went through depression. So he probably needed that change.
But you know what? If he talked about it, that means that there was people helping him behind that. You know what I'm saying? And I think, and I know that there's multiple aspects of Joet's life in boxing, so I think he could kind of help me on this one. But when somebody goes through a defeat or something like that, you should have yourself, like your family and everybody that you could get around to boost you up, right?
Yeah, it's mostly your family and your loved ones, because, I mean, your friends are only going to be there maybe for like a day or two, or like maybe they're not going to hit you up right away. They're going to like, oh, maybe he's down. They'll hit you up a week later, a couple of days later. But yeah, it's just... In this sport, us boxers, we need our families. We need that family support. And I think maybe that Vegas move, I mean, maybe he needed his, he has a kid. Family. He has a wife. Maybe he needs them a little bit around closer at certain times. And he looked good. I told him he looked good. I told him, my manager, he looked good. He honestly beat Rafael Rivera easier than myself, Leo, and Joseph. So he did really good. And he was the first one. I think he's the first one to actually put Rivera down.
Put him on the canvas.
Knockdown.
Yeah, he put him good. He knocked him down.
Yeah, so he did really good.
Man, and you know what?
But I mean,
admire you more right now, bro. What you just said.
Yeah, but he had his fights too.
I wanted to get to that. No. But
yeah, I know.
He's been hard for everybody. Yeah. He's been like the measuring stick for everybody, right? Leo had a hard time with him, like you said. You yourself had a hard time. Jojo Diaz had a hard time with him. You know what I mean?
What is it hard about Rivera? Does he hit hard? Is it just his pressure?
He's sneaky. He's sneaky. I mean, you saw it. He tried to be sneaky on the inside with Jessie, but Jessie turned his head and he got hit in the back of the head. But he tries to do sneaky shots like that, and obviously that little elbow. I mean, he's
got mañas.
Yeah, little mañas here and there. That's the only thing. But the pressure wasn't really that bad. When I fought him, I was just being cautious. They didn't want to get reckless and get. He wants us to exchange.
He wants engagement.
Yeah, he wants engagement. He wants us to brawl. Obviously got that from Leo, but me, I was just covering up here and then, just waiting till he was done. Then I'll pick him with 2 or 3 shots, and Jessie was just keeping him outside at distance, and he was getting frustrated. When we try to get him, he would lunge forward, lose his balance, and Jessie would get shots.
Counter him on that.
So I mean, just the pressure just weathered the storm a little bit. But I mean, Jessie did really good, really good.
I thought he looked good.
Shit, I'm gonna bring Joet more often on the show, bro. He breaks down the fights better than you, man.
No, he should. He's a boxer.
Joet, you've been higher. You're in the run tonight. All right, let's get.
Hey, but how about when he got hit in the back of the head? The referee told him, "Oh, he didn't hit you that hard."
Oh, when he got hit.
He told him that. It's like,
I couldn't hear, but I was in the second row on Jessie's side of the red corner. And he goes down, and I don't know if you saw, you know how they sent him to a neutral corner, and he looked at the crowd, he put up his hands. Yeah. When he put up his hands and he was turning, I guess he saw me. When he saw me, he pointed at me, he went like that. I was like, oh man, like he knows. He knows.
He can get it, right?
Yeah, he can get it. If he wants that rematch, he can get it.
Would you give him a rematch though? You beat him already, man.
I mean, I beat him, but if he gets ranked up there, and if it's like, let's say, top 3 or 4, nobody else wants to fight, or if he becomes mandatory, then yeah, why not? I mean,
you have the WBO belt. You're world champion. He gets ranked, what, like 3, right? Like let's say that he gets 3. How does the ranking work, right? You don't have to go to the number 1. You just got to get a top.
Number 1. I think we have 9 months to do whatever. Like we go maybe top 10 guys.
Top 10 guys. Okay.
But after those 9 months, I think we have to fight the mandatory, which is number 1.
Okay.
And then once we fight him, I think those 9 months start again.
So if he's 3, he could get it again.
Yeah, he can get it again. I mean, if he's making some noise and if he's making a little comeback, because right now he's going downhill. So why would I give him that shot?
That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
But if he's coming back up, he's getting some great wins and people want it. Yeah, we'll fight him again.
You said that Jessie beat him easier than you did, and Jojo Diaz, but you also beat Manuel Avila easier than Jojo Diaz as well. Oh, yeah, so it works both ways, right? Like
no. Boxing style.
I mean, it's boxing styles make no.
Interview,
what I'm saying is,
I wanted to get to that.
That doesn't necessarily always mean anything, right? Because styles make fights. So.
Yeah, styles make fights. Like you said, I mean, Joseph went. I don't know if he did 10 or 12 rounds with them.
He did 10 rounds.
10?
Yeah.
And then I stopped him.
You did it. I know that.
I stopped him in 6.
Yeah. Exactly.
So I mean, styles make fights, and it's boxing. That's why we pretty much have to fight each other to know who's a top dog.
Nina Espinosa says Joet and high fives.
Oh, Nina.
What's up?
Espinosa boxing all day. That's my manager's daughter.
Oh, there you go. Okay. There you go. Big shout out to, also I want to make a big shout out to Frank Espinosa and Frank Jr. right?
Frank Jr. Frankie and
Frank. Yeah, big shout out to you guys. Always good to see you guys at the fight, man. Always good. Let's get to the main event because I want to get to the interview already, man. You guys are jumping in ahead. So Emmanuel Navarrete versus Francisco Panchito de Vaca. Is this what everybody was predicting?
Well,
yeah.
In my opinion, Top Rank has the best matchmakers in the business.
Oh,
they've managed to. I mean, I know. Listen, you got a Golden Boy fighter here. I'm not trying to. But I'm saying, obviously, Panchito was put there, an undefeated prospect, same height as Navarrete, almost the same reach.
Shorter, right?
He's listed at 5'7", both of them.
Yeah. Same.
So I mean, they're trying to get Navarrete out there. I know at the end of the fight, Top Rank said this is the best Mexican fighter from Mexico. Mm-hmm. So I think the matchmakers knew what they were doing. I mean, Panchito did look faster than Navarrete, but I think his firepower wasn't there to match Navarrete's, and I think he went toe to toe when he felt that he couldn't keep him off of him.
Right.
And he just lost that battle. And I think Navarrete is just that. It's just better, that much better than Panchito. Panchito is still young, though. He could regroup himself, go back to the drawing board and move on slowly. I think the jump was too big. It was too much in opposition.
I feel that Panchito could probably go down to a smaller division. What do you guys think?
I mean, he's the only one that knows. He knows his body.
Why? Right. I wouldn't be, but I'm saying.
What if, like, let's say he's like, man, I already feel weak at 122. Then you can't get him down to 118.
So then you gotta go up.
And if he goes up, but what if he's too small for 126? I mean, it's
something
it's a
you
give
have
and
to
take. You have to think about it really tough. You have to sit down with your team, but the result, I expected that result. Yeah.
And I think Vegas did too, because
901.
The odds before, like the day of the weigh-in, they were, in the morning they were 18-1.
18-1.
After the weigh-in, it was 11-1.
I saw one was 901. Right. Still very wide.
And then in the morning of the fight, it became 5-1.
Joet, did he fight the right fight? Would you have fought him different if you were in that ring? if you fought Navarrete?
Yeah.
And if you were Panchito?
Yeah, I would have kept my distance, used a little bit more feints, because Navarrete he's a little awkward, and I mean, from ringside, I mean, I felt like if I was in there, I could hit him with like some punches. He don't look like he has a lot of defense. He just kind of wild, and he probably hits hard. I mean, his record shows he has a lot of knockouts. But I would just been in there smart, just pick my shots, frustrate him. Pop shot, frustrate him a little bit,
clinch,
and then make him fight, and make him get a little wild, and then just clip him.
Yeah, because there's gonna be an opening if he gets frustrated.
I saw the double jab was also landing for Panchito, so I don't know. I mean, I wasn't in there. I don't know how hard Navarrete hit. So
yeah, only Panchito knows.
Are you okay with the stoppage though?
Yeah, I think he should have been stopped a little bit sooner. To be honest, I mean, he was taking some shots.
He was,
and even when he got knocked down, he got up. I can see it in his eyes. Like his eyes were like if he just fell asleep and just woke up. You know, like he wasn't there. He wasn't there, but.
And this is why we have Joet, man. I'm telling you, Joet just got hired, man. If you don't have nothing on Monday, just come over, bro. Break down the fights for us.
You gotta drink.
No, but he could drink water. He could drink water, bro. All right. So, I gave this question to them off the air, but I'm gonna ask the question right now. What's next for Navarrete? Should it be Danny Roman, even though Danny Roman has a mandatory fight, but let's say he wins that mandatory, should it be Danny Roman or should it be Ray Vargas?
I don't think it's gonna be neither though. If he's fighting in September,
for
the next champion, if whoever he goes after, I think it could be. I think they're both tough fights. I think Ray Vargas makes it tough because of the reach and the height, and Roman because I think he's smart. I think he's smart enough to pick Navarrete apart. If he wants to exchange with Navarrete, it could be a closer fight, but I still have Roman winning. And with Ray Vargas, I mean, Ray Vargas is kind of tough, man, because, I mean, he has that reach and height, but, I mean, I just don't like his style.
I don't think nobody likes his style.
I don't think like his style. So it might be an ugly fight.
Yeah, ugly fight.
But we'll see.
I think Ray Vargas is probably the fight that's more likely to happen.
Right.
No, actually not Ray. Roman, because Vargas is with Golden Boy. And sometimes these guys they don't see eye to eye, so I think...
But is Navarrete with Top Rank or is he with Sanford?
They're like a co-promotion, kind of like Munguia did with Golden Boy, something similar. Because why is Bob Arum talking about this is the best fighter out of Mexico, and he's gonna get him back in?
No, but I think they can work out a deal. I mean, I think Golden Boy and Top Rank have been showing that. I mean, obviously
they're trying.
Yeah, you got Lamont Roach fighting Herring, Golden Boy versus Top Rank guy, and then myself. So they're making deals. They're making deals. Like, you know,
who's with that other guy? What's his name? Shakur. He's with Top Rank. We'll get that to that later, bro.
Right now.
Yeah.
About that, bro.
I'm just saying.
You're getting feisty, bro. Right now. You're getting feisty. All right. From down under, Carol McKenna says, "Hello, Ruckus. Hello, Xavier. Hello,
hi, Carol.
Joet,
how are you?
from Australia. Hey, what's up? I want to take Joet to Australia. Come on, man. Let's make it happen. Don't forget, guys. Keep sharing this. Keep sharing. Share the button. You know what I'm saying? Throw little hearts at Joet. Throw thumbs up to me. Laughing faces to Xavier. Okay? Yes. Whatever you want to do it right now. All right. Let's go to something I call What's Cooking in Boxing. Did you guys see? Oh, man, you're getting hearts. Oh. All right. It's all for Joet, huh? All right. So, did you guys see this? Floyd Mayweather says Saudi Arabia, Mayweather's coming. God. You guys really believe that Manny Pacquiao Mayweather rematch
They're saying that's an old video, but
I know they're saying that, but then
even
Manny Pacquiao retweeted it today.
Even if it's an old video, I think he's the one that released it because that's what Mayweather does. Right. He wants to be in the spotlight of things. I mean, he sees Ruiz and Joshua. That's what's trending right now. So he's gonna release his version of it to get people to look his way. So you're a great fighter, man. I mean, an all-time great, but
your time's up.
Stay away, man.
Step to the side. Let the other fighters have their run. You know what I mean? Like, if you want to have your run, just come back, but fight some real fighters. You know, let's go with like Errol Spence. Let's go with Crawford, like top guys. You know, but if you need to do that, you're trying to fight kids from what do you fight? China?
No, Japan. The Japanese guy to get 3 million, right? 3 million.
So my 10-year-old sister's bigger than him.
Just stay to the side.
Nina Espinosa says, Frank says, what's up, everyone? He is listening. What's up, Frank?
Oh, shout out to my manager, Frank Espinosa, baby.
Yeah, right. Hey,
best in the business.
I love Frank. I love Frank, man. I love Frank, man.
Damn, this beer's strong, dude.
I know, you have to peg away. All right.
I'm already slurring a little.
So, Not real? Fake news?
Fake.
Fake news. All right.
I think that video is old, but I think Mayweather is responsible for releasing it again.
Yeah.
All right.
That guy's smooth. Like
Mayweather's people somewhere in
Exactly.
someone in Team Mayweather.
Here we go. This is a good one. This one's hot right now. Kovalev team says everything goes good with Yarde. We fighting Canelo. What y'all think? Is that real?
I think that's real. I think that's real. That's why Canelo's already. He released a video today. Seems like he's in training camp. Will Kovalev beat Yarde? I don't know.
And look at the way. Like if they're looking past Yarde, está cabrón, bro.
If he beats that guy Yarde, I mean, I think Canelo should rethink this, man. I mean, the guy's 175. I do think that Canelo's speed, and because Kovalev is older, he has the edge, even if people don't believe it. But I don't know.
You got Kovalev edging over Yarde?
No, I don't think he's gonna beat him.
Oh, okay.
What I'm saying, if he does beat him,
okay,
that means Kovalev still has a lot in the tank.
Oh yeah.
So it's a dangerous fight for Canelo. But when you are searching for greatness like that, that's what you have to do, and that's what Canelo's doing.
And I forgot to give you guys a date for that one.
December.
And that'll be that part. No. This one?
The Kovalev?
No. This one is happening this weekend.
Okay, yeah.
No. But if Kovalev Canelo happens,
It'll be November 9th.
Number 9?
Oh shit!
Yeah, because they already announced. They already announced what's his name, Jamal Herring and Lamont Roach to fight November 9th, and they're saying Canelo's gonna fight there too. So I'm guessing he'll be there. If not, we'll see.
News flash! Come on, guys!
So I'll get
Joet just got on the run. Who the hell talking, Frank?
So I'll get my DAZN subscription for that month and then I'll cancel it again.
Man.
That's what I do. I just get it for 1 month.
Oh man, dude, we just got some hot stuff. All right, so okay. Because I thought it would be May 5th, but if not, I mean November.
No, because Canelo's saying he's gonna come back and he wants November. Canelo said it himself that he wants November. So like
Kovalev gets in November, huh?
So then I'm thinking like Lamont, he fought on the last Canelo card. So if he's fighting November 9th, and then if Canelo wants November, it's pretty much gonna be that date.
Is it in Vegas? Come on, just tell me.
It has to be. I mean, they said they announced
and
it's
then
gonna be
somebody
Vegas.
else might be fighting November too.
No, my fight. they're just still discussing. I don't think so, but we'll see. It could happen. It could not.
Man, you already see that card?
Against who?
We know. Okay. No, everybody knows. No, it's not even. That's not a secret, right?
It's not a secret.
No,
everybody knows. It's Shakur Stevenson, bro. That's already.
We'll talk about it.
We'll talk about it. No, that's already.
It's already
set.
set.
Yeah, that's already set. No, they're just working the date, right?
Yeah, they're just working the date.
Yeah, that's it. That's all they were. Yeah. All right, let me get to the last one. Tyson Fury said this weekend that Reese Jr. beats Joshua again.
I agree. If Reese starts training, has a 3-month training camp.
He started today.
He started today already?
That's what I heard, right? He started today? Yeah, he started today.
Okay, then I see that. I just think that Andrew Reese has his number. That's it.
Yeah.
I know that Anthony Joshua is making all these excuses. He said it was a lucky punch sent by the gods. I think that's very disrespectful. That's what he said.
He said that?
Yeah, that's what he said. That was
he said that, dude?
Yes.
Shit, bro.
I think that just shows how cocky he is, and I think that he should humble down a little bit.
Take him seriously.
Take him seriously.
Yeah.
I honestly feel that Andy Ruiz's pressure and speed is going to be too much for Joshua again. I don't think Andy Ruiz wants to let go of this what he's on right now. Whatever money he makes, I think he wants to ride it even more. He's already. Imagine if he beats him again. He's like,
if he beats Joshua again,
he's the A side.
No, he's the A side, but I think he gets that Wilder fight.
Exactly.
And I'm gonna tell you guys something, man, and I believe it deep in my heart. Joshua beats Wilder.
Joshua beats Wilder.
Nobody knows Joshua. Reese beats Wilder.
If Wilder cannot hurt him, then Wilder's in trouble.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. And he would become the undisputed. I mean, that's not even just making history.
Well, he already made history, but now
exactly. That's crazy.
Yeah. Ana Faria says, "Hello guys, what's up, Ana? Look at today. I'm not drinking. What's I drinking at the fight?
This is strong beer.
Strong beer, bro. You're hurting already.
I'm a little buzzed. Yeah.
Hey, get one, Raj. I want to see you buzz, bro. All right.
I'm not gonna lie.
So, anything else that's hot on social media? I know you said something interesting. About it's not done in Saudi Arabia, right? What was that whole thing that you guys were talking about? You were talking to me on the way over here.
Oh, what? Refresh my memory.
In regards to like how Eddie Hearns kind of like said yes, but nothing's really official.
Oh, I think that Andy Ruiz, he was on Los Capitanes. He wants VADA testing. I guess there's not a commission involved. I don't know the whole details, but I think Eddie Hearn wants to take the fight over there, obviously for the money, but he also wants to have all the advantages possible.
The only ones that are gonna go probably is gonna be Joet,
honestly,
Frank, myself,
dude,
Roger.
I think
I ain't going over there. Oh, bro. I'm going over
I think if Andrew Ruiz knocks Anthony Joshua 5 times and it goes the distance, they're gonna rob Andrew Ruiz.
Dang.
So yeah, because he has a point, because he's an American citizen at the end of the day, and the government has said that they don't recommend any Americans going over there. So he could say it's a safety reason. I don't know.
Here we go. There's a couple things. Okay. Virgil Ortiz Sr. is up here. What's up, Virgil Ortiz? ¿Cómo estás? Everything good, man. Shout out to Texas. Jaime Costecho, bro, says, Xavier, te mando un beso.
What
God
the?
damn, bro. Frankie says he talked to Roger. Changes are coming to the show. Well, I don't know what's going on with Frankie. Frankie wants to sit in my lap.
Hey, Frankie, you could come over whenever you want.
Oh, no. Frankie don't want to come over.
There's an empty chair right there all the time. So.
All right. So with that said, there's nothing else hot on social media. Let's get to it. Let's get to the pride of Glendora. Am I right?
Yeah.
The man that's making a lot of noise. Not with social media. Right? Not with social media, guys. This guy is making noise in the ring. The one and only Joet Gonzalez, man.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you, bro. Hey, Joet, welcome to the Boxing Rundown, bro. That's official. Now we can start the interview, bro. But let's do this, man. I think he pointed out something that kind of threw all my whole questions out the door. All right, but let's do this. What has been happening for the last year and a half, bro? It seems like you just turned the switch on, bro. Somebody said, turn it on, bro. What happened, bro?
I was fighting. I mean, obviously I've always been fighting, but there's been times where I felt that certain guys shouldn't be fighting after me. You know, they shouldn't be in the spotlight. I should be there. I've been pro since I was 20, since in 2012. So wow. It's already been 7 years, and there's guys coming out like a year pro, 2 years pro, and they're already like getting more attention than me, more publicity. So I mean, I was like, yo, what's going on? Like, I'm tired of this. So I was always quiet. I'm always respectful. You know, I do what I do.
Yeah, you don't talk about anybody.
I just got tired of it, and so I had to, you know, talk a little bit, let it be known that I wasn't happy.
Right.
And started asking for bigger fights, and been coming out with like winning. But good, you know, within the dramatic fashion too.
Sometimes that works in your favor, though. Not moving up the hard way, right? Doing it with the fights. Sometimes that, I mean, there's a lot of names like Manny Pacquiao did it that way.
Yeah.
Daniel Roman did it that way. Not just because you have. Sometimes when they're overhyped, it works against the fighter because they believe all the hype.
Yeah, and then when it comes time to to show and they fall short, it's like, oh.
The hard path is sometimes the best path, and that's the path you were given, right? So I think
exactly. I mean, everything happens for a reason. Maybe I didn't agree with it, but now everything's falling into place at the right time, at the perfect moment, and I'm happy. You're
happy with it?
I had a meeting with my manager Frank. We had a talk with Golden Boy, and we told him early in the year, like, yo, we want a title shot this year, whether it's in September, because obviously I said September because I wanted to find the Canelo card. That was gonna be Canelo's date, but obviously, you know, there's bumps in the road. Yeah. But the title shot's still coming. May not be in September, but it's coming before the end of the year.
And you're happy?
I'm happy.
That's all that matters.
And the last interview you did after the fight, which fight was it? Against Avila, right?
Yeah, Avila.
Man, I saw a side of you, like a mean side. Like, like, this dude is mean, man. It's like,
I've never seen Joe mean, bro.
No, I mean, I liked it.
I mean, like a fighter. I see a fighter that is ready. Maybe it's not mean. It's just he's
not
ready.
Mean in a bad way, but like a guy that wants. He knows what he wants.
Wow, yeah,
you know what he wants. You're gonna go. You're
it's
gonna
like
go for it.
It's como un león que dice, fuck it, bro. I'm gonna already start fucking getting all this lionesses. No, what's up, dude? All right, so Joet, let's start from the beginning, bro. Why did you pick boxing as a career, man? And like, when did it start?
I mean, boxing's always been around my family. My dad used to box, and then I have 2 uncles that box also from my mom's side. So we always watched boxing when they had Solo Boxeo Tecate on Friday nights. So we would always be watching it no matter who was fighting. And obviously big fights there on HBO, we would watch them. And then that's one of the reasons. The second reason was because I was a little overweight when I was younger. So like kids would start talk smack. So my dad wanted me to defend myself. So then that also, gave me a push. And then we went to the gym. We went to this gym in Azusa. In Baldwin Park.
Mm-hmm.
Went to Baldwin Park, me and my brother. I was 8 at the time. My brother was 6. And they said you had to be 8 years old to start. And I was 8, so I could start right there.
But you're close.
But my brother was 6, so he couldn't. And my dad said he wanted us to start both at the same time, so I literally had to wait 2 years till my brother was 8. So then when my brother turned 8, we went to Azusa. That's where I trained. I just trained there. That's where I came out of.
Dalton?
On Dalton and 3rd Street.
I used to live like 4 houses over there.
Oh, yeah? Yeah, so there. And then
this guy's probably the guy out there, bro, looking at you.
You know when Mike Alvarado was training there for
Homer
Marquez, yeah.
Like
he tried to keep it on down. I'm like, man, I used to go there at night and start spying on them.
Yeah, I was
small
there
gym.
too. Yeah. It's a really small gym.
Man,
Old school.
We got a guy that's hating on you right now, bro.
Oh, yeah?
No, it's okay. It's okay.
Like him on. Okay, well, we'll get to you right now, Dylan.
It's okay. Everybody, you can.
All right. So everything. So are you from Glendora or are you from Azusa?
I'm from Glendora, but
Azusa was the closest.
Azusa's close to, and Azusa is the closest gym to Glendora. It's like 5 minutes from there.
Are you like the only Mexican there?
And
Glendora?
In Glendora.
Well, it's changing.
The cows are hot there, bro.
Dude,
like,
I used to work at a home club there.
Mm-hmm.
Like when I was 18 years old. This is years ago, bro.
Don't even
like
this anymore.
I experienced so much racism there.
Yeah, it's puro
conservative.
Right there.
It's changing a little bit. But
Azusa's more Hispanic, more Latinos. And my parents used to live there, but obviously, it's the neighborhood is more tough.
Yeah.
So when
Glendora's a good city.
When I was, almost born, they moved to Glendora to try, nicer neighborhood for me. And
big shout out to your parents. Big shout out to your parents. That's the same thing that happened with us. You know what I mean? With myself, I can say. You know what I mean? I grew up in Rosemary area, and then my parents moved to Hacienda Heights, which I love. You know what I mean? I think it was a right change. You know what I mean? You need that. You know what I mean? People don't think you need that, but you do, man. Your parents always obviously have a better vision of what they want for you as your as you grow up. So
exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Like, how many of your former friends that are still in the old neighborhood are no longer?
Yeah,
like,
they're either they're either in jail, they're either dead, or they're doing drugs.
That's what I'm saying.
Or,
so,
they looked out for you.
Big shout out, man. I appreciate parents like yours. You know what I mean? And you know what though? You said something that Rocky Hernandez said the same thing, man. They picked up boxing because they're a little overweight and they wanted to, work out a little. And then how people sometimes, and this is something that now even is getting worse with society, with social media. Everything with social media. Like look at Dylan right here, right now. You know what I mean? We're having a nice interview, and he's trying to talk about.
He got Twitter fingers.
Twitter fingers, bro. Like nobody will say that in person, So what I'm saying is, now it's even getting worse because they make groups about people that they talk about, right? Like in schools and stuff like that. So, I mean, big props to your pops and big props to you because you kept it going, man, and now you're a professional fighter. Now, speaking about that, you picked it up at 10 years old. I know you have a beautiful amateur career, bro, that a lot of people have talked to me about your amateur career. I want you to share a little bit about your amateur career with the fans.
Oh, yeah. I had 101 amateur fights. I did everything as an amateur: Junior Olympics, the Junior Golden Gloves, the Golden Gloves, the USA Men's Nationals, and every tournament. Went to Olympic trials. Came up short after I did the Olympic trials. I turned pro. But yeah, I did everything. I fought some top guys right now that are pretty known. Beat some of the top guys, and now I'm here, undefeated professional boxer, and my time is coming real soon.
Now, when we're talking about these guys that are making noise, and I know names, guys. I know names, and you guys know names because some people have brought them up in past shows. And this is the man that's beat those guys. Okay, you think? Because you've beaten these guys, and they have right now, like you said, they're big names in boxing. You think that prepare you for what's coming next?
Yeah, it does. It does. I mean, people say like, oh, that was the amateurs, now it's the pros. And it's true. It is true. The amateur game is completely different from the pro game, but you still been in with that person. You still know the speed, the little tricks here and there. Right. And obviously, you're a pro too. I mean, you have experience as a pro, so things could still be the same, or I mean, the only thing that could change is you have no headgear. That's all. No headgear, and the gloves are different. That's the only thing. Just a good clean punch. That's the only thing that could change it.
But doesn't your style favor you in the pros though?
Yeah.
Because you're a pressure fighter.
Yeah, I think it does.
Because when the pressure fighter fights a pure boxer in the amateurs, they got 3 rounds. They got to point you the first 3 rounds. But when you're a pressure fighter, throughout the rounds you wear them down. So now, who did you? We brought up a name.
Okay,
so you beat somebody in the amateurs. That's really a big name. Yeah, let's bring it up.
Let's bring
Tank
somebody talk to me about Tank Davis.
Yeah, I first met Tank in the Junior Olympic Nationals in North Carolina in Camp Lejeune. I was, nobody really knew me. They knew Tank. And
so Tank's coming with all the fans.
No, his people, because obviously we had our team, Region 14, and the Silver Glove team was mostly made out of the Region 14 team.
Okay.
So Tank I fought a kid from Texas the day before, went to the semifinals against Tank. Tank actually fought Manny Jr.
Oh, Manny Robert Jr.
Yeah, Manny, and so whoever won between that fight was gonna fight me. Tank won, so me and Tank fought in the semifinals. And I still remember that day. We're in line and Tank.
Look at that smile, bro.
Because we're in line, and in line for the doctors, they put us by bouts. So obviously we're standing right next to our opponents. And he was just talking like, "Oh, you ever won this tournament?" I was like, "Oh no, like I was here last year, but I lost." And he just looked at me. He just nodded his head. He just started shadowboxing. I'm like, "Dude, what are you shadowboxing for?"
We were gonna see the doctor.
Yeah. So I'm like, "All right, cool." So people were from the first round were going crazy from his side.
Okay.
But from the first round, I put hands on him. I think in the first round I was already up 5-3. So because in the Junior Olympics it's clean shots, Olympic style scoring.
Okay.
So 3 judges out of the 5 had to click a certain button at the same time for you to get the point.
Okay.
So I was up 5-3. After the second round, I believe I was up 7-4. So going into the last round, I was already up. And the last round, I mean, I put hands on him again. I gave him an 8 count, and at the end of the score, I beat him 10-5. So then I moved on to the finals, and then I won the whole thing.
The whole thing.
So you fought him a total of 3 times, all right?
3 times. The second time was in 2 years later, because the first time was in 2010. The second time was in 2012 at the USA Men's Nationals. We fought the first bout like of the tournament. Like the top 2 guys met right away, and social media, he started talking smack. I was in line for a doctor, and a friend of mine screenshotted his thing and sent it to me. I guess it was on Facebook, and he's like, I'm fighting the dude that I lost to in the jail. He's like, I'm gonna bite this dude's head off. He put it out there, and I was like, all right, we'll see. So I get there, and start warming up, whatever. We get in the ring. After the first round, I think I was down 4-3. I was down by 1. Going into the second, my dad, I was down. My dad,
pep talk to you.
Yeah, pep talk. It's my dad.
Yeah.
So you gotta get this guy.
Exactly.
All right, let's go. Second round, I was up by 1. I think I was 8-7.
8-7.
8-7. Okay. So going into the last round, just same thing do the same thing as the second round. So I start going at him. I actually hit him with the right hand. He goes down, and he started giving me an 8 count. He gets up, get on him again, and he goes down. I think he was just, I beat him mentally. He just went down like I didn't really hit him with anything. Like I was just, getting in close, roughing him up a little bit, and he went down, and he gets up, and he throws the mouthpiece at the ref.
What?
So right there, like he has mental problems, man. He's crazy.
Okay.
So the referee stopped it. I was in the neutral corner. When she stopped it, he starts walking towards me. And I'm in the neutral corner. I'm like, dude, this fool literally the fight's over. He's literally walking towards me.
So he wants it.
So he wants to fucking go.
Yeah.
So I take a step forward, and we bump heads. And he's all crying and shivering. What? And I told him, he was like all shivering. He was mad. And I was like, I told him, hit me, motherfucker. Like, get suspended. Because obviously you do stuff like that. And the amateur program, you get suspended.
Yes,
so he didn't do shit. He was just right there just crying. And the referee came over. She's like, no. Send him back to his corner. Send me back to my corner. Obviously, when they announce the winner, you both fighters come to the middle with the ref, but they had to keep him there because he was throwing a tantrum. He was all crazy. So it was just me and the referee in the middle of the ring. I won. That was the first fight. I fought 4 more times. I won the whole tournament. Then 2 months later, we fought again at the California Golden Gloves in the Nationals. I believe this was the semifinals, and this time he beat me. I don't think he beat me. It was a closer fight, but there was a lot of shady stuff going there. Like obviously there's rules with USA boxing that the referees aren't supposed to touch you. There's certain things. So during the fight, obviously he's a southpaw, I'm a right-hander, so
you guys bump.
Our legs could bump, which they did. He went down. Obviously, I mean, it's an injury, but he has to get up on his own. But the referee literally picked him up. Once the referee touched him, everybody on the crowd started going crazy, started booing, and I mean, you're not supposed to touch the guy.
So
I mean,
that took you out of your game plan too.
Not my game plan, but it just showed me like, yo, like there was a little favoritism. And he beat me on 3-2, a split, because they have 5 judges, so 3-2. And after that, we haven't met since. Maybe in the pros we'll meet again.
Okay, let's say you win the belt at 126. You would move up to 130 to see.
I would want to, but the thing is, I make 126 really good. Like I don't.
So that's what I'm saying.
So like, what's the point? Like
it wouldn't be
like I make 126 like nothing. Like I'm literally eating like 2 weeks, a week and a half. I'm still eating tacos. I'm still eating like little.
This guy ate tacos
snacks.
on Saturday, man.
But I agree though. Do what better. What benefits your career.
I'm hoping he stays at 130 for a good while. And then when it's my time, like I feel like I can make 126 and he's still around, and most definitely, yeah. And I know he would want that fight again too. I don't think he's satisfied the way he beat me, and because he knows that was a close fight, and then the way I beat him the first 2 times, it was just like pretty bad.
Now I know the amateurs is different because you have headgear, you have bigger gloves, but how is his power? I know he
has some pop because of his speed. He does have some pop because of his speed. He's fast.
Is he strong though? Like the people
physically strong, no. I think just that the speed gives him that pop.
That pop?
Yeah, but I mean, yeah, like the guy he just knocked out, he got lazy with him on the inside and just crack. That's it.
Okay. Do you think that his fight was stopped too early? His last fight? No, I don't think he was.
I don't think. Listen, Tank is dangerous.
I think he got hit with an uppercut and his eyes look kind of bad.
Yeah, but he was still like moving. You know what I mean? Like.
He was hurt.
If it would have kept going, I don't think he would have lasted.
Oh, it would have lasted. No, I agree with you.
That's the thing, man. Tank is mowing through everybody, man.
Yeah, because he hasn't met nobody really.
He hasn't met Joet again.
He hasn't met. I mean, it's the thing is that people show too much respect. That's the thing. Like, but with me, like I know who he is. He knows who I am, and we'll see. Hopefully, we fight again.
There's a guy here. Juan Avila says he's been in the ring with you, and he says that you have more abilities than Tank. Do you know who Juan Avila is?
Juan Avila. I mean, I'm not good with names. If I see his picture, I might know who he is.
Juan, give us a little more about you, bro, so we can know who you are.
What gym is he from?
What gym? Yeah, what gym? Let's talk about this. And this is the interesting part that I think people don't know about Joet Gonzalez. Okay, I know Joet is a phenomenal boxer, undefeated boxer, a guy that is now a challenger to get a belt. You know what I mean? No longer a prospect. You're a challenger to the belt. Okay. But you're also a USA official, right? Official
USA boxing official.
Right? And a trainer. So you don't only practice the sport, you teach the sport, but also you govern the sport.
Officiate
the sport. So tell me how is it that Joet did all 3 parts of that boxing thing?
Well, first I mean turned pro, and then my brother and sister were still fighting amateur. They still do. So my dad needed help in the corner. So I would travel with my dad wherever we had to go, and I got my license as a coach. So I'm my dad's second, and then my dad's working. Let's say he's working with my dad, my brother. I'll be probably working with my sister, my other brother. So I'll be helping them here and there when I'm not in camp. So that's how it started. When my dad needs help, I teach the kids a little thing here there, and then as an official, they needed help. They needed help, and they needed someone with experience. And obviously, I mean, the officials, they see me come out of the amateur program, so they trust me, and took my test, did my training, and started officiating.
And I mean, I'm not saying. Because there's a lot of people that probably do it for the cloud, like they say nowadays, the cloud, or like they say the people that want to like back in the old days, they'll be like for people that want to be showcased, you know what I mean? But you literally take your job serious.
Yeah.
I was at the Green Belt Challenge.
I was there every day.
You were there every day.
I waited every single fighter that fought or people that didn't fight. I weighed them all in.
Joet gave me what, like 2 minutes on the live stream?
Yeah, probably.
That's it, man. I'm telling you guys, this kid is 100% on his job. Like, I was lucky that I got him. I was like, Joet, come on, jump on right now. Give them a little bit. And he did give you guys, you gave him a little bit.
And I was in camp too. I mean, it was in
Were
June.
you?
Yeah, it was in June. June 13, 14. My fight was July 13. So I was in camp. I had to get up super early, 4:30 in the morning, get my run in, shower, get dressed, and be on time for weigh-ins, which is at 7 in the morning. So I got there like around 6:45. As soon as I got there, just boom, 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 let's go.
Did you eat?
Kids. After the win.
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
Yeah, after the weigh-in.
Albert, he said he was an announcer. Yeah, you announced me as a
Albert.
pie eating champion.
Well, he announced me as what at the Fanta guy or the Jarritos guy.
We gave
I
medals.
love Albert
And when
Baker.
we gave medals. You know, he announced me as the 2-time pie eating champion.
No.
But you know what though, I respect the fact that they did that because, like you said, it's not a it's not a tournament.
Yeah.
No, it's a
No,
3-day show.
it's a 3-day show. But what it does, it showcases a lot of the kids, right? A lot of the talent that's out there. So I respect it, and I was glad to be a part of it. You know what I mean? I told the WBC, and I think I told also the lady from USA Boxing, Delilah. I told Delilah, next year, I promise that the Boxing Rundown will do all 3 shows.
Bro, the last day was
All
like
3
10
days,
hours
all
long.
all 3 days we'll do. I said, because I know people were asking like for us to be there that Saturday, but I had a prior engagement that I had booked months in advance, so I couldn't be there. But you know what? Just being there, seeing what you do, bro, motivated me. Seeing what the kids go through, because it's the love for the sport. It motivated me to be there, man. Like this guy said, like you look like you were like gone. You just took a restroom break, came back, and you came like with crack, right? Like I was like, energetic.
Toro and Gallo Garza, the T twins. Yeah. G-Unit twins. He's on right now. He was at the Green Belt Challenge.
Yeah, he wanted me to eat a torta, bro. I don't want to eat a torta. I'm on a diet. You know what I mean? I'm trying to lose weight, guys. You guys are like trying to get me to eat, man. Cut it out, guys. Cut it out. All right.
The diet's failing, obviously.
What?
I'm just kidding.
Okay. All right. So
you do look a little thinner.
Yeah, we already talked about that. I know.
No, you did. When you put that, you did look a little slimmer.
Damn, bro. You checking me out with my shirt?
Nah.
Hey, Lord, bro. Hey. Hey, you saw my tattoos?
Nah.
All right, bro. So I talked about like how you make and I think when did you guys talk to Golden Boy at the beginning of the year?
Beginning of the year.
Because to me it feels like you ended the year 2018 pretty strong, bro.
Yeah. I had my last fight was in 2018 was in December. That was my last fight, and it was so hard to get an opponent.
Right.
It was so hard to get an opponent. I literally got an opponent the week of my fight. Nobody wanted to fight. And obviously, I mean, I know the guy I fought, Javier Gallo. Yeah. I sparred him before when I was making my pro debut and stuff. And I know, I mean, he wasn't the top guy, but I had to take what
they could give you.
They give you. If not, I would miss out on my fight, miss out on a paycheck.
And that's what that guy Dylan's talking about. Like, he's like, who have you fought, bro? That's what he says, dude.
Hey, man, none of these guys want to fight me, so you got to talk to your superstars and tell them to come see me because they don't want it.
Exactly. There you go, Dylan. There's the answer you wanted, bro.
Because I mean, I literally.
It's not like you're dodging. You want anybody.
I wanted anybody. I had some guys in line, and they're like, nope. They didn't want to go the rounds. They wanted more money. The weight was an issue. Like, dude, like all these excuses. Why do you boxing? This ain't for you. You know, like this is boxing. We're here to fight.
Is that frustrating?
And it's frustrating because it's not the first time this happened to me. Getting opponents to lose last minute, and like guys were not the prettiest records. I mean, but I had to take what I can get. And I mean, obviously I took the guy. I stopped him in the second round. And then that's after that fight, you know, the next year, 2019, beginning of the year, we sat down with my manager, sat down with Golden Boy, and we let them know that, yo, this is our plan, this is what we want. Give me whoever to get to this spot. It doesn't matter who, I'm gonna beat them all. And I want that world title shot by the end of the year.
Man,
yeah, like you'll get there. I mean, Dylan, he's not a fighter that's scared. I know you want to fight the big names, so eventually. But do you have a brother that fights professionally as well?
Yeah, my brother Josh. He's actually fighting in 2 weeks.
Yeah. Yeah. What? Ryan Garcia's at 135, bro. You like that
That's
fight.
the thing. There's another thing too. Like they always put on my Instagram. Oh, you and Ryan. I'm like, dude, I fought at 126. Ryan fought at 130 and then he moved to 135. You know,
it's like two divisions.
It's two divisions, and even if I known Ryan for years. I mean, I like Ryan. I think he just turned 21. I got 5 years. I got 5 years on him. So when we're in the silver glove, I mean, like I was the top dog. And Ryan was the one coming up because we're on the same silver glove team. So silver glove team, the oldest he had to be 15. I was 15. I think Ryan was 10. So we know each other very well. I mean, I honestly don't think that's a fight that will ever gonna happen because Ryan's still growing in weight.
He looks big.
He's a big 135.
Let's say by the time I move to 130, he'll be 140.
Yeah.
But we spar here and there, you know. So it's just people just throwing
names.
Yeah, throwing names.
Yeah, no problem. All right. So now I want to get to this one, bro. And this one's one that I even asked you to bring the gloves, but you did. Okay. So you made you did an interview with somebody. Or was it with Beto?
Shout out to Delilah Rico from USA Boxing, man. Always for the last one I forgot, but yeah, she's always taking care of me. She's my boss. You know, she's the one that trusts me in what I'm doing as an official, and she's teaching me a lot. So I would just want to shout out all my LBC 33 officials. You know, the Cernas. Karen, Pam, you guys know who you guys are. You know, thank you guys for supporting me and always coming out to my fights. So shout out to USA Boxing.
I'm gonna say something. Delilah loves the sport, bro. Before we ended the show on Saturday, she came on and talked to us a little bit about the passion of what goes on to the amateurs. And literally, I could see it in her eyes, bro. There's a lot of passion, bro.
She does a lot. I mean, every weekend we
There's
have
a
fights.
show.
There's fights. There's either it could be Friday through Sunday or Saturday through Sunday. But she's always there. Always gotta be there early for weigh-ins. So, like, man, it's tough. It's tough. You know, not everybody wants to do that. And without her, I mean, the show doesn't go on. So
a lot of time there is no pay involved, people.
No, there is.
Do it for the kids.
No, there is no pay. There is no pay. This is all volunteer work. This is all
so they do it for the love of the sport. I mean, anybody that hasn't been to an amateur event, I recommend it. That's where all the future champions are going to come out of.
Karen Soto says, "What's up?"
Oh, Karen Soto, what's up? She's my LBC 33 official co-worker also. Yeah.
Something, don't piss off Mama D. Oh, that's Albert. There you go. Yeah, don't piss her off.
Yeah, don't piss her off, man.
Don't piss her off. All right, so but I wanted to get to that. I wanted to get to the gloves.
Oh, the gloves, okay.
We don't know because he had an interview.
I'm already. Let's get to the.
Oh, you want to get to the juicy part already? Yeah. Well, let's just talk. I think after that we'll get to the juicy part right now.
Yeah, just hold on, people. We're gonna get to it.
I know that you said something on an interview that everybody was getting gloves. Everybody gets gloves. What about me? And you ended up coming out with, was it your first fight this 2019 with the Familia Gonzalez gloves? Or was
it was actually this year, my first fight.
Yeah, the first
fight.
So talk to me about that. Why was the glove so important to you?
Cause like, I mean,
talk to me, man. Be open, man.
The guys making pro debuts, like, and like, you know,
custom gloves.
You know, they get like all the good stuff, and like, dude, like, you haven't even done anything, like, you know, and then they're baby like crazy. So I got upset too, like, yo, like, I've been doing this longer than you guys. You guys know who I am also, you know, so like, I ain't scared to tell this to your face, cause I mean, I can get down too, you know. So,
yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah.
So I talked to Ernest and I was like, you know what, like, I want custom gloves for this fight. Like, I feel like I deserve it, and I'm on the right path. I'm beating everybody in dramatic fashion. Yeah. And Ernest from Everlast, you know, shout out to Ernie, man. Always taking care of me.
Ernie.
Taking care of not just me, my brothers, and my team, my amateur team. Always taking care of me, always looking out.
Wow.
So shout out to Ernie.
Ernie and Everlast.
Ernie and Everlast, yes. And so yeah, he said I got my first custom gloves for my first fight, and for my second fight also.
No, I mean, okay. Now, but what's the meaning? Because you don't put Joet.
No, I
put Familia Gonzalez.
Familia Gonzalez.
Why?
Because that's what I fight for. My family, from
that's
from
what
day
I wanted
one.
To get to.
Like, I think people, you know, in the beginning as kids, they're like, oh, like my family, you know, Mexico, this and that. But you know, as time goes on, I think they lose their focus of why they started. You know, they kind of forget where they came.
Who pushed you? Who got you going?
In what way?
No, that's what I'm saying. Who pushed you? Who got you going?
Exactly.
Your family did.
Yeah, their family. You know, the family was from day one.
Right.
You know, sacrificing, missing. You know, I mean, doing loans or maybe like, you know, pawning gold, stuff like that. Like my parents. My mom and dad did so much for me. Like there's parents out there that, like, you know, they love their kids and they'll push them, but sometimes they don't believe in their kids. They don't believe in their kids, and the reason why, because they're not willing to spend that money or to put in that time to their kids. Like, oh no, my kid's never gonna be a soccer player. My kid's never gonna be a baseball player, like the top one, you know. And my parents always believed in me from day one. They pawn my mom pawns her gold when I was an amateur to travel. Wow. My dad, he would request days off, and they would tell him at work, like, you know, like, we can't. And my dad would be like, straight up, you know what? I don't care if you're not giving me the days. I'm leaving. I'm taking my kids to fight in national tournament, and we're going regardless. So we would go, and there was times where, you know, we would ask money, you know, here and there, you know, pay them back later. Wow. But yeah, my parents always believed in me. That money was never a problem for them. I mean, it was, but they weren't shy to, you know, if they had to go through tough times, they would. For us, for me and my siblings, and that's why I'm here.
Let me ask you this, and I see it right now in your expression and in your face and everything. You know what I mean? Everything goes well in your career, right? What is the first thing you're gonna do for your family, man?
I don't want. It's a couple things. I have a couple things in my head.
Yeah.
I don't want to say too much on them because, you know.
I mean, it's a surprise, but it's something.
But I got something big planned for my family,
I could tell,
especially
bro.
my parents.
I could tell. Yeah, no, I could tell.
Because I mean, you know, I'm a Mexican American. I was born here, but my parents are from Mexico, from Guadalajara. They left everything to give me a better life. You know.
Right.
So, I mean, I still have all the time in the world. So my parents, I mean, they didn't enjoy too much, but I'm gonna give them back. So that's what I'm gonna do.
I think, the sacrifices that you're making up for your family for the right thing, bro. And I see a bright future for you. I see your parents enjoying life, and I see everybody that's in the Gonzalez family having a great future, man. Because what they sacrifice, you guys are all gonna reward them with, man.
That's one thing I think we need to change in our culture. Yeah. We're all Mexican Americans, but I think, like you said, sometimes our parents or siblings or brothers, they laugh at our goals and our dreams, right?
Yeah.
Oh, you can't do this for whatever reason. But if you encourage somebody and what they want to follow, they could be in the place that you are now.
And especially if the kids are showing a lot of interest and they're putting everything, like, you know, when a kid's like going all out and they want something.
If he likes it,
just invest in them, believe in them.
And believe in them. Yeah. Believe in the goal. Take a risk, man. I mean, and this is one thing that for all the parents, I'm a parent myself, you know what I mean? If your kid dreams big, man, push that dream, bro. Exactly. Do not block it, bro. Exactly. I'm telling you, everybody, ladies, gentlemen, push your sons, your daughters' dreams. Nothing bad's going to come out of it. If anything, great things are going to come out, man. I believe in that. I believe in that energy. I believe in that synergy. That's why I don't preach the garbage. That's why I don't preach the hate. Because, believe it or not, guys, let's be positive. And, you know, our kids' goals, our kids' dreams will be there, you know.
Because if you believe in something, nobody's going to change that in you. You're going to pursue it and accomplish it. So
let's get to the meat, man. Let's get to it, man. I heard about a guy named Shakur Stevenson. Whoa. He was calling out Oscar Valdez. Oscar, you know, he's too big for the division. He wants to go up to the 130s. He vacated, but I think he got a big problem in his hands, Mo. Shakur Stevenson. He didn't know he was going to get Joet, right? So you tell me about that, man.
He didn't want Joet. That's the thing.
He didn't want Joet?
Is that going to fight?
Talk to me about that. Is that fight's happening?
It's happening. It's happening. It's happening. Golden Boy and Top Rank are negotiating right now.
Damn.
The date and the announcement of everything should be official within a week or two.
Mm-hmm.
Oh. So it's gonna happen.
Is it gonna be
location are
still to be determined?
But the fight, it's gonna happen this year.
For the belt, the WBO,
for the vacant WBO featherweight title.
Is there a possibility that it would be on the Canelo undercard or no?
I can't really say.
It's a main event, bro.
That's the thing. If it If it lands on a Canelo card, I mean, obviously Top Rank and Golden Boy had to negotiate that.
Exactly.
But I think a video came out yesterday. Bob Barum saying that he's targeting October. So if it's October, obviously Canelo's put it out there that Golden Boy themselves put it out there that
November.
Canelo will come back in November. So if we're in October, it could be a main event.
Now, did you ever fight him in the amateurs?
No, he's too young. He's too little. He was, I think he's 21 too, so I'm 5 years older than him maybe. Yeah.
Okay. There's also out there, bro, and like I said, just like I heard about the amateurs with Tank Davis, there's also a lot of people that bring up there's personal beef between you two. Is that true or not, bro?
Yeah, and it got really personal literally a week before our fight. For some crazy reason, I was scheduled to do an interview with the Everlast podcast, right. And so was he, and I didn't know. So he was on air first, and then I was just on the phone waiting. When he was done, I was next. And, the podcast was a normal interview, they started off with how I started boxing, who's my motivation.
Not like this one, bro.
It was over the phone. It was over the phone, right?
It was just all about me.
Right.
And then towards the end, when the interview was almost over, they're like, "Oh, you know who else is fighting this weekend?" This was on a Tuesday. So the fight, we were fighting Saturday. They're like, "Oh, you know who else is fighting this weekend? Shakur Stevenson from New Jersey." They asked me, "What do you think of him as a fighter? And what do you think if you guys fought each other since you guys are in the same weight?" Mm-hmm. And I just told him, "Oh man, like honestly, I told him my honest opinion. I think he's kind of all hype. I don't think too much of him. I think if we fought, I think I'll stop him." And that was it. And I just it was just my personal opinion.
Yeah.
So I think a couple hours passed by. The guy that interviewed us put that piece out of what I said, and he posted on Instagram and tagged us.
Click bites.
Yeah. So he tagged us both. And this dude got crazy, man. Like we started talking. He started running his mouth too, and like, dude, it's an interview. Like,
he asked you.
Yeah, he asked. I'm not.
He hooked for it.
Yeah, and he's all saying I'm using his name. I'm clout chasing. I'm like, dude, come on, man. So then the kid's dumb. The kid's just dumb. Like, how am I using your name? They asked me about you. So it's okay for you like to call out Frampton and everybody out and
you're not clout chasing.
And put your opinions out there. But as soon as someone says something about you, you're all butthurt, dude. Like, come on, dude. Grow up. It's boxing.
It's boxing. Okay.
So he started going crazy. I'm like, you shouldn't even be going crazy. Like, you have a fight.
Yeah.
Focus on your fight. I have a fight too. So I just looked down like, yeah, all right, whatever, kid.
Yeah.
So then we fought. I mean, I fought. He won. I won. And then they asked me in the interview too. So I didn't want to give no names. I can care less about them.
Yeah.
But they pushed me. And I gave out a name. And
you gave him.
Yeah, I gave out two names, but
Jojo.
Yeah, him too.
Oh.
No. Jojo. This is not my words, so don't punch me. I think Jojo called you a potato bug or something like that.
Yeah,
he said that.
He's crazy too, man.
Something like that.
But
what I'm saying is this, not to cut you, but why is Jojo talking? Hasn't he had more? Exactly. But hasn't he had more experience? Jojo's a past guest, cool guy. I'm not here taking sides. But I'm saying he's fought for a world title already, a little bit more fights. Like it just seemed kind of weird that he was calling like you out in an indirect way.
I mean, I don't know. I think to me the weirdest part is you're a 130 fighter calling out a 126 fighter. That's the weirdest part. Is that what you're going with, or is it like?
Yeah, well, kind of those two things. Like,
what do you think? You think a guy that has more fight? Does he have more fights than Joet?
Well, he's fought for a world title and he has more fights. You have 20 fights, right?
He's fought for 2 world titles. Yeah. Came up short on both. And obviously had to go up.
Ex-Olympian.
Ex-Olympian also. Mm-hmm. But the thing with him, I mean, to do that, if you're 130, I'm 126. I mean, you just gotta be hating. You're a little bit jealous, because like. You had the opportunities, especially before me. I'm just getting my first world title shot right now. You had your shot with Gary Russell, blew it, came back for the second, your next fight for another world title, doing all these interviews at the best shape of your life. You're on weight, and then time comes to weigh in, and you're overweight. Like, come on, dude, you gotta back up what you say. So that's the thing with him, and I think he's just upset because.
What happened there?
With what?
Did something happen between you and Jojo? I mean,
no. nothing.
Maybe he just wants like.
I just think he.
Because he also called out on with Tevin Farmer. He has 30 fights.
Honestly, like attention.
Yeah.
I mean, you see the thing with the hair. I mean, to do the stuff like that. I mean, there's something going on. I don't know. Maybe
trying to build his brand.
You know, I mean, like he said, he went through depression.
Yeah.
So maybe he's lonely. He's trying to get some people to look at him here and there. I mean, because I think to me and to everybody else, JoJo's like kind of old news. Like all Tevin Farmer. You know, like I don't know.
You could get down with Tevin Farmer.
Tevin Farmer's. I mean, I like Tevin Farmer, the way he talks, his attitude towards things, because he says a lot of facts, and that's what I like. He don't talk shit. He states facts. It's the same way with me. We state facts, and people hate on Tevin Farmer, but me, he's just saying the truth. Maybe they don't like his style because his style is not that great. Also, like entertaining.
Yeah.
But his response to that is, why am I gonna do this, and get beat up and damaged, and then maybe the next day or a week later, people aren't gonna care for me.
About it, yeah.
So I mean, I respect that because it's true. It's true. I mean, give you an example. The Puerto Rican kid, I think he was a top rank, and
Verdejo.
No, not Verdejo.
What do you fight?
Pedraza.
No. He's not fighting right now because he's in a wheelchair.
Colon. Pecho Colon.
Colon. Same with him.
Sports.
Same with him, man. Like. People forget about him, like come on, look where he's at right now. So I respect.
You just hit a soft spot on me because this is what I feel, man. And I talked to him about it, and I talked to a couple of people. How many fighters are homeless, man?
Yeah, a lot. They don't.
You know what I mean? A lot of people, a lot of us cheer fighters when they're fighting. They're beating their brains out. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But how many of you guys, and if you guys go to Skid Row, go anywhere, man, you'll find a fighter there, bro. I saw a kid. I saw a kid, bro. That I saw at one of the amateur fights, but I know he was a pro. I found out he was a pro through Panchito and his group, his family. He's a pro. He was a pro. They just threw him too early to wolves. You know what I mean? And I saw him, man. And I even told him, like, hey, bro, if you want to stay on my path, you can stay on my path. But he even said, I don't want to, man. I'm good in the streets. And it's just like, we forget, man. We're like and sometimes this is where I think where our primal instincts kick in, man. Yeah. That we said, fuck it, dude. We're all up when you guys are throwing blows and blood going everywhere. But where are we? After, bro.
Yeah, like another example. Another kid from Top Rank, Max.
Yeah.
Max. I mean, obviously, people see the videos that are out there. He goes down. They have to put him on a stretcher. And obviously, people are crying or putting, I'm sorry for your loss, this and that, the week of, maybe 2 weeks. But
where are they now?
Now the only ones that are going through that are his family and his loved ones,
That's the way it is.
So that's the reason I respect Tevin Farmer's opinion on that, because he states facts. It is what it is. I mean, we don't get the respect that we deserve as fighters. What we go through, we go through a lot just through the training. We put our bodies through a lot, and obviously we're going to take blows.
Yes.
For your entertainment.
Exactly, so, bro. Like, I mean, let's be realistic. We are. You guys are in the sport of entertaining us as fans by beating somebody down or you guys getting beat up. You know what I mean? And to me, it sometimes feels like if and I think him and I always talk about
to literally put your life on the line.
Put your life on the line. Literally. But it's like people are like, oh, this fight was boring because he was very technical. You know what I mean?
And I get
like,
that
come
too,
on,
though.
guy. Like, not everybody's gonna fucking go into a war, man. Like, let's be realistic, bro. You don't want to see those wars, bro, because what happens at the end, man? What happens 10 years down the line when they retire, man?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, people don't see that.
Yeah, maybe people might not they might not get like the effects right then and there, but after they're retired and getting older, they can start getting some
side effects.
Yeah, some side effects.
And some fighters are just more prone to it, right? Some fighters, like Julio Cesar Chavez, 100 and something fights. Mm-hmm. He took a lot of hits. Speaks like a champ. Okay. So sometimes it's just you're just genetically like Sean Porter was saying in Vegas, right? That they're doing these tests that they might think that it's something that you're born with. Mm-hmm. So if they're able to find that, like do a brain scan, they're able to sound you're more susceptible to that, then they'll tell you to end your career. So it might be a genetic thing. So
big shout out to my friend Paulo Duran. His dad and him recorded that fight between Meldrick Taylor and Chavez, right?
Wow.
And it was on ABC. I didn't know that.
I remember watching that. I
It was
remember
on
watching
ABC. But then he did a post interview, Meldrick Taylor, and he said in that interview he's gonna find me the VHS, and I'm gonna see how can we can get the VHS video onto like DVD or something.
Yeah.
Because digital, right? Because Meldrick Taylor, after the Chavez fight, the first one,
right?
he was already effed up, bro.
That fight messed him up.
That fight messed him up, bro.
Destroyed him.
He said after that interview after that fight that he could tell that he was.
And Richard
It was that
Steele
slurp
says,
problem.
Richard Steele says in that documentary, like that you could hear every time that Chavez would land, like you could hear like a cracking. So like us
It's
as fans,
scary, bro.
Hey,
It's
it's only 10
scary.
seconds. Why did you stop it, dude? The referee is seeing something else that you're not seeing. You know? It's
Yeah, bro. Yeah.
Yeah,
no,
like
man.
there was 10 seconds left of the fight, but what if you're walking, there's
Exactly.
still 5 seconds left and you get hit with one shot?
Not only
that
that.
one shot knocks
That
you
shit-
out.
it's
What
not-
if
it's-
that one shot in that 5 seconds puts you in a coma and you need life support? You know, like
I
come
might
on,
be
man.
biased because I was a Chavez fan, but the referee's job is not to look at the clock and say, hey, there's
That's a
3
good-
seconds left.
Yes, bro.
Protect the fighter.
If you don't respond to his commands, the fight is done. He's
Yeah.
following the rules. That's it.
Perfect. He's an official. What is the rule, bro?
Yeah, you gotta protect the fighter.
Protect the fighter.
But
The
the
fighter's
fighter-
safety is the number 1 rule.
Okay.
And then they had the rematch, and we know what happened. So.
Yeah. All right. So, I when I posted the poster for the show, man, I got it. My boy is gonna clean the canvas with this boy. So everybody's doubting you, man. What do you have to say to all the doubters about you and Shakur Stevenson, man?
That's fine. I like I said, I really don't care what people say. I mean, he has his fans, he has his supporters. I have mine.
Right.
So people are gonna talk. He has a little bit more of a following, so there's more people like talking from his side. But the people in boxing, and from the amateurs and like the circle,
the real,
yeah,
the
the
real
real
people.
boxing people, they know what I can do. They know what I bring to the table, and he knows it too. He knows it. I mean, we've been in the ring before. I really don't care what the people say. The people ain't gonna fight for him. You
Right.
know? They ain't gonna fight. It's just me and him at the end of the day.
So have you ever fought a style similar to his? I know he's a pure boxer. Did you spar him or did you fight him in
Spar.
amateurs?
We
Sparring. Okay, so that's a little different. Who can you compare him to as far as that you fought in the amateurs? That's a pure boxer like that, like Shakur.
Really nobody, cause
How do you beat a style like that?
I'll show you guys when it comes time.
Okay.
He's not gonna give us
I know.
the master plan, bro.
Hey,
Get it
I asked
out.
David Benavides the same thing. He goes, "I'm not gonna tell you." He goes, I gotta ask though. Listen.
All right. Marta Nájera says hi. Kat Hernandez says hi. Ruben Queer says Taylor was damaged. Yes, he was damaged. Basaldua Zapata says we need rules for the refs.
Better.
There's
rules.
better rules. There's rules right now, right?
Rules for the refs? What do you mean?
Who is this guy?
In what way? Like,
Hey, what do you mean, bro? Let us know, bro. I'll read it out.
Jaime Costecho, he keeps calling you cuñado. Why is that? Do you
Who?
know Jaime? Jaime Costecho. I got your back, cuñado. Que chingue su madre Shakur.
can I see it?
Who's this vato, bro?
No, he's a
He
listener.
watches us, bro. He watches
he's
all
a-
the time.
You know what I
He
mean?
has no Facebook pictures.
Okay, he
so
doesn't.
I don't know.
But he must know you or what? You dated his sister?
Nah, man, I don't know who that is.
I think he's throwing it at you. have sisters?
I have one sister and I have a younger sister. She's 11.
Yeah, bro.
Oh,
Come on,
no.
cut it out, bro. Don't be, no.
I don't know who that is, man.
Yeah, we'll stop it there.
Cut it out, bro. Cut it out. He's not your cuñado, bro. Stop it. All right. Let's go to.
Let's go.
If you were not doing boxing, what would you be doing, bro? Well, it's hard to say that.
I think
been-
law enforcement.
Law enforcement.
I was actually going to school, and I was at the point of finishing this year, but I stopped because when I had that talk with Golden Boy and I had that plan, like this is my plan. I wanted all my focus to be in boxing. So I was going to school for criminal justice.
Didn't Mikey Garcia, isn't he a police officer?
The same, yeah. Same.
So like, you like to have like a plan B?
Yeah,
I mean,
there's.
if you want to retire early or.
I mean, we always hope for the best.
Mm.
We obviously we want to retire and be financially stable all the way around. But I mean, sometimes things don't go the way as we plan, so I have a backup plan with that criminal justice.
Okay, so I think I got the question there. He says that they have to find a better way to stop the fights, so less fighters get injured in the ring or less deaths.
But you also don't want to damage the sport, right? It's an excitement, so it's like a thin line.
So like well,
like,
it's
you don't want to stop the fight early, but you also got to protect the fighter.
Yeah.
And not only that,
But
maybe
Joey
maybe
said
the boxer.
In the amateur program, when we see a fight that there's obviously one kid overmatched, and we know he's not gonna do anything. He's got hit like off the bat. Like you see the styles, you know,
You're
that
right,
he's this guy's far superior. And for the first 8 count, like we might let it go. Maybe if he wasn't dazed, we'll say box, and maybe let's say he gets hit with the shot or 2 clean. We'll stop it right there.
Because if let's say Arturo Gatti versus
Ward.
Mickey Ward. If that fight was to happen now, I think
they'll stop it.
But we would boxing would miss a trilogy.
Yeah,
one of the best trilogies in
okay,
boxing.
but do you think that damaged Arturo?
Arturo, that's what I was gonna
Rest
say.
in
Arturo
peace,
Gatti,
probably, yeah.
Yeah, he looked like he wasn't never the same after
Yeah,
that.
after
How
too.
about Corrales versus
Diego.
Luis Castillo.
Luis Castillo?
You stopped
The
that
comeback.
Fight. You stopped that fight, bro. No,
I know, but how he came back though. Corrales. I mean, not Corrales.
Okay, but
Yeah, Corrales.
okay, I heard this, bro. I heard this, and but I've never seen this situation, but I heard when somebody's hurt. But you probably hurt somebody.
They're trained. You got to look at certain signs,
no.
right?
But when you hurt somebody, they usually the person that's hurt, for some reason, throws harder punches to come back. Is that true?
Sometimes. I mean, if they get with the body shot, they really can't move. But let's say they get checked and dazed on top.
Yeah.
I mean, a hurt fighter is a dangerous fighter
That's what I heard.
Now they're desperate. They're scared, so they're just throwing for the fences, you know, to get the person off of you.
Yeah.
So yeah, a hurt fighter is dangerous, and can hurt you back.
All right.
You just posted something about that. Berto Victor Ortiz.
Yes, I did.
When he was hurt, Victor Ortiz, bam. He dropped the.
Yeah. Let me ask you this: is Shakur and listen to the question? No, don't answer. Don't jump ahead. Is Shakur Stevenson gonna be your biggest fight in your career?
As of right now, yes.
As of right now,
yes.
But
down the line in the future, no. I think there'll be bigger
That's
fights.
what I wanted to get
But
to.
as of right now, yes, obviously because he's an Olympian, silver medalist. We're both undefeated, and we're fighting for a world title. So, I mean, obviously the world title is like the top of the thing, top of boxing to be a world champion. So, right now, he is going to be my biggest fight. Especially, you know, we got 2 different promoters, Golden Boy and Top Rank, so it is going to be my biggest fight as of right now. And, you know, later on in the future, I might have bigger fights, unification fights, other guys, you know, coming up or other champions. But as of right now, he is going to be my biggest fight.
Go ahead.
Do you feel that that you're gonna be the underdog in this fight?
I hope so.
And
I hope so.
You also obviously your plans are to derail those plans for Shakur Stevenson.
Mm-hmm.
Do you feel that you need to knock him out? I mean, I get the feeling that they're trying to build him up, and that this fight, you're a good fighter. This is their fight that they're gonna showcase him, and that I have a feeling like Top Rank that they want him to win.
No,
Do you feel
Top Rank one? That's a promoter.
What I'm saying is this.
fighter.
But he has a promoter too.
Yeah.
What I'm saying is, do you feel that you need to like knock him out or stop him or win like convincingly to get the decision? Do you feel? Are you worried about the judging?
Yeah, that's what I think. That's what we're getting at.
No, because obviously that's why we're negotiating for a neutral spot. Okay. They were dying for me to go over there, New Jersey. Like,
come on, man. No,
I was like, dude,
bro,
all right, if you were the champion,
and I'm challenging you,
and yeah, I'm challenging you. I got to do what I got to do. I have to go out there because you're the champ.
Yeah.
But the belt's vacant. It's 50-50. We're gonna fight a neutral spot, whether you like it or not. And
I hope it's in Vegas, man, because I want to go to Vegas again, man.
That's another thing, man.
We got a good taste of Vegas. You want to go back to Vegas, right, cabrón?
Yeah, not on this a little off subject here. You know, like Andy Ruiz getting a lot of criticism because he's demanding certain things. That's what you're supposed to do.
But he's a champion, bro.
No, that's what you're supposed to do, though. Like, dude, let him get what he's worth. That fight that he's fighting against Anthony Joshua, You know the Buster Douglas when he fought Mike Tyson, the next fight that Buster Douglas fought, he got paid $20 million, dude.
Frankie.
That was back in 20 years ago.
Frankie Olage says, which is real if I said, Saudi Arabia is a great neutral spot. Yeah, Frankie, thanks, bro. Fucking Frankie, he's not even going, bro. I'm going.
Sorry.
You know what I mean? But you're not going, bro.
You're not gonna go.
All right, man. Now, I'm going to give you... We're off the topic with Shakur, bro. Shakur's going to get it. You know what I'm saying? That's it. You've had 23 fights, man. Which one out of those 3 fights stays in your head, man?
I think I made my breaking point with Rafael Rivera. Obviously, I fought for my first regional title there, which was last year.
Mm-hmm.
And from there on, people started looking at me a little bit more. And then when the fights kept coming down the line, I handled my business, and then I handled them pretty well. And then obviously this year also, and then Manuel Avila was my last fight, and he's never been stopped, never been knocked down, and the first one to do that also.
Wow.
So, yeah, I think it started off from my first regional title fight last year against Rivera.
I lied, bro. I still have one more Shakur Stevenson fucking question.
Let's keep on going,
bro. I gotta ask it, bro. And this is something that a lot of media says. Shakur Stevenson is the problem to the 126. Is that true?
That's what the media says, but I don't think so.
No, right?
Nah. I just think they're hyping him too much, man. And the thing is, when I beat this kid, I don't want people to say, oh, he wasn't ready. Oh, he was too young. Whether we fight now, and when I beat him, if we fight next year, 3 years, 5 years, 10 years, I'm always going to beat him. And when we fight, I'm going to show that. So he's not the problem at 126. I think there's tougher fighters at 126. I think Leo will be a tougher fight. I think Gary Russell will be a tougher fight. I just think right now everybody's on that hype train.
On that hype train?
That's it. That's all there is.
Your cuñado, right? Jaime Cosecho's like, if Top Rank wins the purse bid,
ain't gonna go to purse bid.
There is no purse bid, bro. They're 50-50.
It only goes to purse bid when they can't, when Golden Boy Top Rank can't get a deal done. But the deal's gonna get done. They're talking really well. They're negotiating really well, and the deal will get done in a week or two.
What does your team say, Golden Boy? Are they motivating you, or what's like the top?
I have all the support from Golden Boy. They believe in me. They know. They know what I want. They know what I want. They know what I'm after. I'm really focused on my goal, and they trust me. So they back me up, and they're gonna be there to support me.
All right, I got 3 more questions, man. What has been your best experience in boxing so far?
My best experience, I've had a lot of experiences, a lot. I mean, good and bad. Bad, obviously, there's bumps in the road.
Mm-hmm.
There could be injuries. There could be, you could train as hard as you want, but maybe come fight time, your opponent comes overweight, fights get canceled.
Is that something that has happened to you?
It's happened before, early in my career also. Cuts. Got cut on my pro debut. Very disappointed in that. Like, I won, but I got cut, accidental headbutt. And then the good, the wins.
The wins.
Celebrating with the family, being with the family. Just all the sacrifices and all those hard times make those victories just extra sweet, So it's a lot of good things. Boxing is a beautiful sport.
Let me ask you. I'm gonna do something you dislike about boxing, but I'm gonna see what you like about Guadalajara, man, right now. But something you dislike about boxing.
Something I dislike about boxing.
Ruckus.
Something else, bro. Something else besides me.
Just like that hype stuff. That hype stuff.
The hype stuff?
Yeah.
You hate that hyping?
I see fighters.
Or is it social media that you hate?
It's both. It's social media and the hype.
And the hype.
Because obviously the media's hyping them up through social media.
Yeah.
So I think it's the hype, man. They get on that hype train, and it's just like, oh man, they don't stop talking about certain fighters, and us fighters, we know them from the gyms and the sparrings, and I'm like, yo, this kid ain't really all that. Like
where you getting this from?
Where
You know what I mean?
Getting this from? Like, and then especially like You guys never boxed before in your life, man.
Oh no, there's like you said, there's a lot of Twitter fingers.
I've done pillow fighting.
Oh,
Hey, but it kind of works in your favor too, though. If you beat Shakur Stevenson, trust me, that same media is gonna be talking. It's gonna be hyping you up. Like you're gonna go through the roof. Look at Andrew Ruiz when he beat Joshua.
But the thing is,
he gained like 1 million followers.
Yeah,
like,
but the thing is, they should because they hyped
rightfully
this
so.
dude, and then.
Yeah.
I did this, you know, like
you
said,
do it
deserve
the
it.
hard way.
You're doing it the hard way.
Yeah.
And,
You
you know,
do
like Joshua when we lost Therese, no underdog, you know, and then beat him like that, stopping him, taking all the belts, you know, he deserves it.
All right, I want to ask one of the questions that this guy's asked. Okay, well, Jaime Costecho says, who do you hate more, Shakur or JoJo? God damn it, bro.
That was a funny one.
They put it up there, bro.
Honestly, I don't hate, because hate's a strong word. Hate's like
Yeah. I was
but I
dislike. Who do you dislike the most?
really dislike. I think Shakur.
Shakur?
Just 'cause the way he runs his mouth. Joseph, I mean, I think
He's going through something.
I think he's going through some stuff. I honestly think he's going through some stuff. That's why maybe he wants the attention. I don't think he's all there right now. He can say what he wants, but I know he's not. I mean, put it to you like this: what's the point if you move your camp to Indio, train out there, but then that same week or maybe even that same day, same night, you come back over here? Well, what kind of camp is that? Like you're not all there, man. Like you're not doing what you're supposed to do. There's something going on.
Yeah.
So I don't know. It goes in through one ear, out the other.
Out the other?
So but with Shakur, I mean, the thing with him is that he's made it really personal. He brought in my family into this, and he's just been running his mouth, and he's doing a lot of shady stuff. You know, maybe that his team doesn't know about, that his managers, his PR, his promotion. I don't want to burn him right now, but he knows what he's doing. So if he's watching, he knows what he's doing. And
he is watching, bro.
And the thing is,
just look at him right there, bro.
Man, you know if he knows exactly what he's doing.
Give him some message. I'll make a quote on it.
Quit that little girl shit, man, and we'll meet up soon. We're gonna get in the ring.
Sign that contract.
And that's it, man. That's
Now,
it.
Let me ask you a question. You say you dislike him or hate him.
No, he dislikes him.
Okay.
Dislikes him, hate, bro.
Yeah, he
They say sometimes that works against the fighter, right?
No.
How do you make that? How do you make that? So it doesn't affect you.
It works against the fighter if you take it into the ring. If you take it into the ring, you let the anger control you, then you're pretty much gonna get smacked up.
So how do you make that distinction?
I use it as motivation while I'm training.
Okay.
When I'm getting tired, you know, think about stuff. You know, give that extra push, and that's how I do it.
I'm gonna give it to you like this, X, and we talked about this. I just saw it in Joet's eye when he said he brought in my family. If someone brings in your family, what happens, bro?
Especially with Mexicans.
Yeah, bro, what happens?
Yeah,
I guess it,
I always
guess
told you,
Shakur
do not mess with my family or my kid.
You diss my family, and you remember Mexicans,
the
bro.
thing is, like, it's about you and me. We're the ones
Yeah.
fighting. Why you gotta bring out
when you
everybody
bring in the
else, you know?
family, bro, it's a lot different.
And then
bro.
the way-
I don't
bring
know
kids
if he
into the
knows, bro.
conversation.
Yeah.
Like I was saying, that sneaky stuff that nobody knows about besides literally himself and myself know. We're the only ones that know that sneaky shit he does, that he was doing.
Yeah.
He passed the line. He passed the line.
He
big
crossed
time.
it- he crossed the line.
it, so it's time for him to get this work. It's
All right.
plain and simple.
So I'm gonna ask you another question. Frankie Olange says, check out the comment that Shakur made on his post. You want to check out the comment?
Why? I asked him what did he say. Frankie, tell us what he said.
Yeah, Frankie, just say what he said, man. I'm not gonna look at the post. Just put it up here
I'll
right
look
now.
at the post.
I'm gonna ask one more question.
Yeah, Shakur,
All right.
Shakur worried about me. I ain't worried about
Yeah,
him.
exactly,
He's
bro.
on my stuff, you know.
So let me ask you this: what is the goal for the remainder of 2019? I already know it, but what's the goal for 5 years, bro?
5 years, unified titles. If I can still make the weight, stay around. If there's no big names at 126 no more, then move up.
Oh, in 5 years, bro, you're not gonna be
Yeah.
at 126. I can tell you that myself,
so
bro.
Move up and try to unify there,
Yeah,
and
5
just
years.
keep moving up, getting more titles.
Okay, how many divisions you want to get?
Man, it's easy to make 126. I'm hoping I can get at least to 140.
You can. Oh, you have a big frame.
I can
You're
get up for,
talking. You're
130,
talking. Yeah, you're
135,
talking.
but 140. I'm hoping
I made it to
140.
200, bro. Did he put it up there or not?
He
bro?
makes 200 and then he's all shaky and dizzy at the weigh-in though.
Forget it, Xavier. It's slow. No, bro, put it up there, bro.
Come on, man.
Come on, Frankie. We want to hear. You want to hear?
Frankie, what do you say?
Stop
Talking shit. Come on, bro.
Come on. Joet wants to know, bro. So put it in here right now, bro. All right, man.
I went to your Instagram. There's nothing there.
I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do this for you right now, Joet. I know you want to give us some shout outs. Give us some shout outs right now. Also, bring me up your sponsors, anything right now, because we're gonna go to the hard part, and I want to see if this guy brings up the comment.
Yo, shout out to Everlast, baby. Ernest, appreciate you. All the work you do for me and my family and my team. Thank you. Want to shout out Coach Milo at Cape Fitness, always taking care of me and my brothers, my team as well with our strength and conditioning. You know, always putting in that early work with us. I know there's late nights and early mornings, but I appreciate the support and the work you do for us. My promoter, Golden Boy, from top to bottom, from top to bottom, man. Like everybody, Matchmaker, man. President, Oscar, Roberto Diaz, Eric Gomez, all the ladies in there, social media. Thank you guys. My manager, Frankie Espinoza, Frankie, the Espinoza family, always having my back. You know, thank you guys. My family, my mom, my dad, my brothers, my sister. You know, always have my back.
No, some guy commented, "Thank your parents," and you did it.
Yeah. I just did it right now.
Exactly.
All right. Before we get to the nitty meaty, because I think Frankie got scared. He's not gonna bring it up. Okay. Do you like tortas ahogadas, bro? What's up?
Tortas ahogadas. Yeah.
Oh, I needed to hit him with that,
Jalisco.
Right?
Yeah.
Ah, man, I love tortas ahogadas. This vato bonito.
Yeah, every time I go to Guadalajara, we always have a torta ahogada out there. And with also carne en su jugo.
Oh, man.
You get down out there.
Hey, I know, bro. Like, un saludo a toda la gente de Guadalajara. Yo soy de Guadalajara.
Yeah, another thing.
My dad's
Saludos a mi familia en Guadalajara por todo el apoyo que me han dado. Muchas gracias a mis tíos, a mis tías, primos, primas. Se los agradezco mucho y este año vamos a ser campeón mundial.
Va a ser campeón mundial Joet y va a ser campeón mundial las Chivas. There you go, man. I give it up to you guys. All right, here we go. Hook me up with some sparring for us, Joet. Damn, what the hell, bro?
Alright, man. Right now I got to fight.
Goddamn, bro.
And I'm only sparring lefties.
Yeah, dude, cut it out, bro. I ain't gonna be hooking up no sparring right now. All right, are you guys ready? Because I don't think Frankie disappeared, man. He was doing all kinds of comments. All of a sudden, ya se cayó.
He fell asleep.
He went to sleep. Viva Mexico. Yeah, Viva Mexico. You're a champ, Joet, says Maria Soltero.
Thank you.
Thank you. There you go. All right. So it's going to be a heavy weekend. All right. It's going to be fights starting Thursday. So Thursday, we have a good fight. This is the fight that they wanted you to comment on. Luis Feliciano from, I guess, Teamsters Almani Boxing Gym versus Genaro Gomez. What do you think about that one? That's going to be by Golden Boy Ring TV. Via Golden Boy. It's at Spanish Springs. Are we going to Spanish Springs? Oh, yeah. We are going because we got to give a shout out to Anthony Garnica will be fighting there, right? So Anthony Garnica will fight.
Third fight?
Yeah. Fourth fight.
Okay.
So Anthony Garnica will be there. Raul Curiel will be there. And Blair Cobbs, man. But I want to talk about the main event only right now. So Luis Feliciano versus Genaro Gomez. What's up?
That's an interesting fight, man. I'm just looking at a box rec. What do you got?
I got Feliciano.
You got Feliciano? I'm going to go with you. The reason why, because I think Genaro, and, Genaro, he's a cool cat, bro. I like Genaro. I like his camp. I like everybody. But I think Genaro with the whole weights, the weigh-ins and everything, I mean, that fluctuation, bro, I think it makes me like he's distracted. He's not really 100% in boxing.
Maybe either he's distracted or se desoyó mucho.
Right?
Plain and simple.
That's
I mean, there has to be...
Cause what was he? Yeah. He wasn't that big, right?
No, I don't know.
What is he?
There's something going on, or he just got big-headed and thinks he could do whatever he wants. Cause I mean, when he's showing up to weigh in overweight, he's all smiles still. Like, dude, come on, you shouldn't be smiling or happy about this. You didn't make weight. Yeah. That's a problem. That's not right.
So that's why I'm going with Feliciano, bro.
And Feliciano's more disciplined.
Oh yeah.
I think Feliciano has the reach, and I think he's smarter than him. The only thing I give Genaro, he hits harder than Feliciano. No. But other than that, I think Feliciano's longer, has a height reach, more smarter, and I think he just outbox him.
Decision. I'll go with the UD too. What do you?
I'm gonna go. I didn't really look into this fight, but I'm gonna go to the first thing that popped into my head. I'll say Gomez.
Gomez.
Yeah, I'll take.
By
Gomez.
what, bro? Come on,
Decision.
man.
The only way Gomez is gonna win is by knocking him out.
Oh, that's why.
Like I said, I really have not looked into this
If
fight.
it goes rounds, Feliciano will win.
I'm gonna do this right now.
I've not looked into this fight. So.
Look, Joet, if you ever are free on Mondays, bro, and you wanna do predictions and you wanna the same thing I told Arnold Barbosa Senior, his dad, same like you, bro. I would want both of you guys to be here when we do round tables, bro.
Hey, we keep it real, like.
Yeah, you guys keep it real. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Who did the Sean Porter pick on the Chris Yola fight?
Oh yeah.
Okay,
No. But okay, look at the breakdown that Joet did.
No, I know what I'm just saying.
Yeah, you feel me? All right.
I'll go with Gomez.
Okay, you're gonna go with Gomez decision.
Decision.
All right. Saturday night from Russia. Is anybody gonna be up? ESPN Plus.
I think Frankie is.
Sergey Crusher Kovalev versus Anthony Yarden. What you got on that one,
I
man?
got Kovalev because I think if this fight goes decision, there's a lot of interest involved in business. They want to make the Canelo Kovalev fight, so there might be some edgy scoring there. Something Kovalev wins because they want to make this fight.
Mother
Too much money
Russia.
involved.
I said Mother
Unfortunately,
Russia.
that's the way boxing works.
Mother Russia.
Yeah, so I'll get Kovalev decision.
Decision?
I can't really say because I haven't really been looking into this fight. I don't even know who that other guy is, to be honest.
He's pretty good, bro. He's pretty good.
But I mean, the only guy I know is Kovalev, and then obviously I haven't been paying too much attention, so I'm gonna just say Kovalev because the way he said there's business.
There's business there already.
Business
Do
involved.
you guys feel that this is just like?
But he might beat him and knock him out.
No, what I'm saying is, do you feel that this fight is just like?
Listen,
like,
Yard is making a big step up here.
Yeah, I know.
He's jumping up in competition very high. So, but Kovalev is showing signs of aging. He did it against Alvarez. I think speed. I don't know. Speed could get to Kovalev and hurt
Here
him.
we go, man. I'm gonna be the lone wolf on this one. Ow! I'm gonna say Yard wins this one, bro, and I'm gonna go a little step ahead. I'm gonna say Yard stops him before the 10th round.
If he has the speed and he goes to the body like Andre Ward did, possibility.
Here goes one that you guys probably didn't even know was happening this weekend.
What?
Saturday night from Hermosillo, Sonora, on the zone. Juan Francisco Gallo Estrada versus Dwayne Beeman for the WBC belt.
Gallo
His
Estrada.
first title defense.
Boxes him. Beautiful
UD?
boxer.
UD?
United decision or late stoppage.
Decision 2? Gallo?
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to go with you guys. This is a convincing one. I think Gallo does good in his first title defense. He's going to get a UD, man. All right, let's go to Saturday. What they call from Texas, what they call PBC on Fox. Brandon Figueroa versus Javier Chacon.
I'll say Brandon Figueroa.
By what?
Late stoppage.
I don't know who that Chacon guy is.
Do you remember Edie's Chacon? you remember Edie's Chacon?
So I'm gonna go with Figueroa. I seen him fight
Still
once.
young.
He's a pressure fighter.
Do you remember Roger Edie's Chacon? As kids, we know what she
I'm gonna
was.
go decision.
Pervert, so that's why, dude. Yeah. All right, I'm gonna go with Brandon Figueroa too, man, on that one. I know another cat's fighting on that undercard. You know about that, right?
Who?
Yeah.
Oh, Garnish?
Sugar.
Oh, Sean Garcia?
Yeah. He's in that. He's
He's
the
a good
opening
kid.
bout. But a big shout out to him, man. Hopefully,
Wish him the best. Gets that
hopefully
win.
he gets it done in Texas, man. I don't know about that, but we'll see. All right, guys. You gave your shout outs to Everlast. You gave shout outs to your people. Anybody else you want to shout out, man? I noticed that the comments didn't pop up.
Just the people in general. I mean, I shouted out my team. My photographer, my boy Larry, always taking care of me, always showing the best shots. Thank you. Mike Rodriguez, my cut man, also. Thank you. Appreciate the work, man.
You got Mike Rods?
Yeah, I got
Yeah.
Mike. Yeah, Mike's been working for me. I think the last 4 or 5 fights around there.
Mike don't let anybody mess with him.
No, I'm gonna tell you this. And I forgot to ask you this question, but did your dad ever train somebody else besides you guys? So I know your dad's your trainer, right? Did he train anybody else besides you guys?
Yeah, the kids at the gym, amateur program, but the only pros he has is myself and my brother. And then the other the kids that he trains are amateurs.
Okay. So, and you know what? Maybe one day I could get your dad in here, man. I could get your dad
sure.
on the rundown, because I feel like your dad is kind of like similar to the Benavides dad. You know what I mean? Where it's more about you guys. You know, he started with you guys and he got it going, man. So I would love to have your pops one day on the hot chair. But also what I was going to say with Mike Rodriguez, it's like having another coach in there, man, because he also gives a lot of tips. Does he give you tips?
No, Mike. I like Mike because he does his job. Everybody in my team does their job. My photographer does his job. He takes pictures. My managers, Frank and Frankie, they manage my stuff. Right. My dad, my trainer. Mike, my cut man. My strength and conditioning coach. That he does his work there, you know, and then my brothers are there just to support me and give me tips here and there. It's usually just my dad that are giving me tips, and my brothers. And I'll hear, you know, little stuff from here and Frankie and Frank, but they won't tell me like, oh, throw this combination or something, or just do this, you know.
So you only listen to your pops and your brother.
Well, my dad's the main one. He's the one with the game plan, and everything else is just little things here and there that my dad might not see, and that's how we do it.
A shout out to the beautiful brawlers on the 31st of the month. All girls from all the nations, only the best.
Okay, well,
but it's going to Mike. Mike Rodriguez is all no nonsense, right? He's all business. Yeah. That man is all business.
All business.
You give him your social media. I want your social media to blow up, bro. It's gonna blow up. Give him your social media. Where can they follow you?
Follow me on Instagram at Joet Gonzalez and at Twitter at Joet Gonzalez 1.
All right. Look at this vato, Jaime Cosecho. No, who is it? No, Tony Sengo. Yeah, Figueroa's sister's hot. Pinches pervertidos. Bájenle, güey. Les van a madrear.
Have you seen that video?
No, bro, I don't watch that shit.
Look it up.
No, hijo de tu madre, también tú. All right, guys. This was a boxing rundown from Legends Boxing. See you guys next Monday. Thank you, Joet Gonzalez.
We have an interesting guest.
Oh, next weekend. Get ready. I mean, next Monday, not weekend. Next Monday, get ready, guys.
It's not as big his name as Joet, but he's an interesting guest.
It's an interesting guest. You'll like him, Roger. All right, man. I'll see you guys next Monday. Thank you very much, guys. Have a good one.